Hi there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. And today we're going to make something really nice and simple with these beautiful foils that we've got currently in the January to June mini catalogue. Aren't they really beautiful? I hope you can see that foil just sort of flashing away there. So this is from the Love You Always Speciality paper pack and the coordinating foil pack, and we have Blush and Bridal, Cocoa Rose and Sahara Sand in that collection. So those are the colours. This one is the Blushing Bride version, and we're going to do one in Sahara Sand just to sort of give it a whole new look. Okay, so that's the sort of sample card that we're looking for. The dies are the many hearts dies that coordinate with the Lots of Heart stamp set, again also available in the January to June mini catalogue. Links will be in the description to all the products I have used today, so do click through there. We're going to work with Very Vanilla as the card base today. Here's the Sahara Sand foil, which is absolutely gorgeous. So we've cut that to the layer, so it's going to flare up, sorry. The layer will be 4 inches across by 5 3/4. We've got the coordinating Sahara Sand foil paper there, just super stunning, single-sided paper, but it is foiled. So that's smaller again. By 1/8 of an inch, so 3 7/8 by 5 3/8, and 5 3/8, 5 5/8. We've got some scrap vanilla there to do some stamping, so we can layer these together, get them done and dusted. I am just going to use seal. When you are adhering to foil cardstock, I just want to make sure you use a really nice strong glue. It doesn't peel off, and then try and stick it down straight in the first instance. That would be really good too, because once it grabs, it grabs. So we'll just try that again. Line that up at the very corner. That's done it. I'll press that down. I'll just straighten that up with the bone folder there. That's great. And we can put that straight onto the card base. So I think the vanilla kind of complements this kind of more muted colour with the Sahara Sand. I think that looks really cute. Okay, so base is done. We've got some vanilla cardstock here, which we are going to use one for die cutting. So we're going to bring in this lovely filigree die that we're going to use, but we also want to stamp our heart in that coordinating ink, which I forgot to get out. Sahara Sand ink. So it's going to look very different, you know, with these different colours. Okay, rather than the pink. Don't go mad with the ink. If you've got a really wet ink pad, you may find that some of that detail gets a little bit lost, so you may want to stamp off a couple of times and just get that ink nicely spread over that. You're going to need nice firm pressure on that to give it a nice clean image. So there's a coordinating die for this particular image too, so we will position that and tape it down and run those through the machine. We can do that in one pass. So we'll do that bit now, and we can do the additional elements separately. So just send those through. That large scalloped heart is absolutely beautiful, and I've just got halfway through that and my tape has slipped on the thing, so I'm just going to reposition that and try that again. My low tack tape was very low tack apparently. That's it. So just as I put the other plate on top, it just moved slightly. So any cracking and banging on the plates is completely normal. And there we have our die. So all the bits have just fallen out of that. It's a really lovely, easy die to use. It doesn't take much at all to get all those little pieces out if they don't fall out on their own. So it's beautiful, isn't it? And then we've got our Sahara Sand heart, which still moved on me, but it's not going to matter too much because we're going to add our little Sahara Sand foil border using one of the other dies in the set. So I'm just going to clean all those little pieces off my cutting plate, because if you try and run anything through with those bits, they sort of emboss into the back of your cardstock and you'll end up with little funny bits and bobs everywhere. So this die we're going to cut another Sahara Sand heart from. So this is going to cut like a skinny little frame that we can glue around the edge of that heart. So the die's come away really clean, and we've got our scrap. So you actually get sort of twofer with this one, because you get a nice heart to use on another project, but you also get this lovely little skinny layer that we can add over the top of there. So I'm going to bring in a silicone craft sheet just to minimise any mess getting onto my work surface, and any glue that gets onto this will, once it dries, it just peels off. So there's no bother with that. Just going to pick that up gently, and we can just add that to our little die cut. I'll try and avoid getting any glue on the front of your foil, because it will sort of make it look dull, if you know what I mean. So once that's in position, so you will never know that that die cut a little bit wonky. Shh, it's secret. Okay, and I'm just going to leave that there with one of my stamp blocks on it just for a moment. And we're going to stamp our sentiment onto this little strip of cards. This is just a 1/2 inch strip of Very Vanilla. And we're going to use our same Sahara Sand ink to add the sentiment to that. So I'm just going to bring that closer to me just so that I can eyeball it straight-ish. Okay. And we're going to use one of our sticker punches. I'm just going to take off just a little bit off each end, but not too much. So I want it about there, so I'm going to cut off to about there. Same on the other side. You're going to lose some when you do the punching, basically, so just leave yourself a little bit of room for the punch to do its work. And I'm going to use this one. So this is the treasured tags. This is in the January to June mini catalogue. So I'm just slotting that through there, just making sure it's all lined up and giving that a punch. So that takes off a little smidge of the length, so you just want to bear that in mind when you're making your strips. Again, line it up at the back, and if it isn't close enough you can always go in and punch it again, if you know what I mean. So, and it'll just take it down a little bit more. Okay, so I think that will do. Or actually, I'm going to take that bit down a bit. I think seems to be a bit of a longer gap, so I'm just going to reinsert it, cut it again. Here we go. That looks a bit more even. Okay, so it takes off just about 1/8 of an inch, I would say, of the overall length of your card there, and then obviously it goes in at the in a bit, so you just want to allow for that. So that gives that a different look altogether. I'm going to use mini dimensionals to add this to the card, and I'm going to actually double up the ones at the end because it's going to span over the main heart topper. So we'll just put 2 on there, same on the other end. And just 1 in the middle to give it the support. So 2 at each end, 1 in the middle. Okay, and we will layer this up now. So we can just add that to the main heart now with our Stampin' Seal. Lined up, and we're going to use our large dimensionals on here. Very simple layout, this one. Not going to town. I just wanted the pretty foils to do the work on this. There we are. We'll take off this these backings and add that on as well. Let's put it the right way up, shall we? So we'll stick that over there. Like so. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very quick, easy card. Just letting the products do the work for you. No heroics with the any weird techniques or anything. It's just die cutting, stamping, and the beautiful foils helping us make a really, really stunning, stunning card there. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Gives you some ideas on what you can do with that. As always, the links are going to be in the description bar below. Thanks ever so much for joining me. Stay safe out there. See you all very, very soon. Take care.